Are you looking for a podcast where the hosts are good at what they do?
Then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Oh!
Hello, Kelsey.
Hello, Robert.
What is up today?
It is 1,000 degrees. I'm sweating my tits off. Sorry.
Okay, it's cooler today than it has been, though.
Are you kidding me?
No, because
I feel like I'm dying.
the AC at the apartment actually was able to go down to a decent level this morning, but now it's up, like to 1 billion.
God, it's been stupidly hot. I'm sure this is like riveting conversation for our listeners who are not in Texas in the middle of August, but oh my God, I feel like I'm dying. I started looking on Zillow. I was like, where can I move that doesn't have temperatures like this?
So, my grandma just turned 80 on Saturday, right?
Is she staying indoors and hydrated?
Yes.
Good.
But my cousin from Colorado, that's from here, came in from Colorado, right?
Fuck, I want to move to
She
Colorado.
was like, I'm not fucking used to this anymore! Because Saturday was what? It was so hot.
Stupid hot. I can't
Stiflingly hot.
I can't go outside, and it's driving me nuts.
No, yeah, it sucks outside. It's gross.
It's the worst.
I want to tell you about something that happened this morning.
Something that happened on the way to the Emporium. What the fuck's the name of that thing?
What?
Shit, what is it? Something happened on the way to the amphitheater.
The
Coliseum?
amphitheater? What Coliseum am I going to?
No, like it's a saying, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
Something
I mean, I guess.
happened on the way to the forum. That's the words.
To the forum? Okay.
Forum. Anyway, sorry, go on with your story. What happened on the way to your forum?
On the way to my work forum, right?
Guy
We had to apparently dress nice today,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
So, well, it said dress appropriately. So I dressed
put on
to the
pants.
dress code. No, I dressed to the dress code. Because some people don't do dress code every day.
People just walking
Right.
in like hot pants and a tube top.
Now, like, some people do t-shirts, like, more days than not. Like, it's not, a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like lax with that stuff.
Business
so
cash.
I come in.
Heavy
Yeah.
on the cash.
So I came in business cash, right? I had my nice shirt on, had my pants on, and I was running a little late, so I just had Vans on, right?
Yeah.
Literally the only person dressed remotely like that. Everyone else is like straight up Grand Galloping Gala ball gowns and shit.
Tea-length gowns.
Everybody looked like did up.
Long gloves, top hats.
So I was like, I'll just hide my pants, right? I'll just like stay under the desk, like pulled in as far as I can. Hello, how are you?
Just like a Wilson, but never feeling the bottom half of your entire body.
But then, like, the longer it went on, I was like, people are gonna see me after, and then like, am I like the special treatment kid because I'm the only one that didn't do it?
What you should have done is put a blanket over your legs and be like, I have polio.
Dude, so I actually was asking somebody, like, how can I get around this? It was Haley, by the way.
Of course it was.
And I, like, was saying that I could get a blanket because I'm so cold. It's so cold in here.
Oh, bear.
And then when I scooted my chair back, which I have a roller chair, I kind of did, like, the wheelchair movement with my hands. So it's like, it took me so long to get this job. Don't be mad at me.
God.
And then I was like, all right, if we're going to resort to pretending to be in a wheelchair, gotta go change.
Yeah.
So I had to rush home and change.
That's a bad look. Did you have spare pants?
Well, I mean, I had to come all the way home.
Oh, damn.
So I live 10 minutes from work.
That's not bad. I thought you had to, like, accost somebody and be like, please, do you have a spare pair of pants? I need your trousers set.
From like 10 to 10:30, can you go hide in the bathroom pantsless? I need to borrow them. Like, I got you, man, I got you. Could you imagine being that helpful to someone at work? They're like, dude, I need your full suit right now. Done. I have to, like, go upstairs and do a presentation, but I'll be right back. And it's like, you got
this,
it.
buddy.
You just see a thumb over the, like, bathroom stall wall going like, "You got it, man!"
Everybody needs a cohort like that. Someone who's like, got your back.
See, I think me and Haley might have each other's back like that.
What if
but
she's
I
wearing a
can't
skirt?
really wear her clothes.
I mean, you could pretend to be Scottish and just put on like a little kilt.
I guess. That happened today. And guess what else is today?
What's today?
Today, Endgame came out on Blu-ray.
Oh, boy.
So I already have it. It's great.
Of course.
It's great.
Steelbook?
Of course.
Okay, good. Because if
It's a horribly sad steelbook.
I was going to be upset if you bought the Blu-ray that wasn't the steelbook, because you would have to buy the steelbook later, and we have talked about this.
No, I had already pre-ordered it months ago, prepaid for. All I had to do was walk in and grab it.
Good. Way to be.
And as I walk in, I look at the stand of them. There's like 500 steelbooks on display. Like, there was no chance they were going to sell out of these.
They were ready.
Yeah, I mean, it's the #1 grossing movie in the history of time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
More than Titanic?
Oh, like, Avatar beat Titanic a long time ago.
That's true.
And
More
it
than
finally
Avatar?
beat Avatar.
That's a lot.
So, James Cameron put up a picture of, like, Iron Man with those little, like, floaty, glowy things that, like, fall out of the tree halfway through the movie.
I did not see Avatar.
You didn't see Avatar?
Bro.
Man.
Well, your level.
Ugh. Jesus. That movie changed movies, man.
Okay.
It was so good.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'm gonna need you to calm down and maybe crack it open and take a breather.
I remember going to Desi's house and putting up 2 different TVs. I hooked up 2 TVs at her house and put the DVD in one and the Blu-ray in the other, and was like, "Look at the fucking difference!"
Oh my god.
And nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Anyway, Avatar's a great movie. You should watch it.
Speaking of movies, though, our dear friend Jean had this really cool dream that she texted me about this morning, and I didn't get clearance from her to put this on the podcast at all, but...
Well, too bad.
Here it is. She had a dream that theaters started doing this thing where there were, like, screens on the side of the walls. So if there was, like, a killer and they're, like, running through the forest and shit, and you hear a noise behind you, you, like, turn around, and on that screen is the killer, like, standing right in the forest.
Oh, that's fun.
Wasn't that fuck you up? I want that to be a real thing.
So, I was going to say, there are some theaters that wrap the screen around a little bit more.
Yeah.
And so apparently, for Black Panther, the animators of the movie animated more movie to be able to fill up those screens.
What?
Just to be able to do it, but it was more like an atmospheric thing. There's nothing, like, really there.
Okay, so nobody just standing there like, hey.
Yeah, but that'd be great. Like your person in the middle is like got their crowbar and they're like looking for the killer everywhere, and so then you do it too, and then you go, "Whoa, to the left!
He's right there! Don't you see him?" That would be like
awesome.
A logistical nightmare to film, I'm sure, but
that would be fantastic.
It wouldn't it? I'm obsessed with that idea now. I've been thinking about it all day.
I mean, someone's got to do those things to like build it up. Like, it won't be good the first time,
right?
Like, did you see Hardcore Harry or Hardcore Henry?
I have no idea what that is.
It is an entirely first-person action movie.
Oh my god.
And, like, he's, like, jumping out of helicopters and, like, landing on the street and doing, like, front rolls. It's not a great movie.
Do you watch it, like, in a VR headset, or they aired it in theaters?
No, it was in the theater.
Huh.
It was a great, like, whoa, this could work, right? I mean, the movie's kind of like, but it was so neat, and I was, like, first in line to see it, and no other movie has ever been made in that style. Because
there haven't been any, like, big cinematic advancements. Like, nothing that big of a jump, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on, like, smell-o-vision and weird shit.
Well, they do have that.
Touch you.
They do have that.
Where?
It's mostly in, like, LA, there's some in New York, but they're called 4D theaters, 4DX or something.
Huh.
Because you don't like Kevin Smith. But at his show, he gives out 4DX tickets at the end of every show. And
well, that's cool.
If, like, you're watching Fast and the Furious, right?
Uh-huh.
When they peel out, like, a burnt rubber smell fills the theater.
That's so cool.
Like, they do this shit, and he's like, yeah, the seats just touch you the whole time for 2 hours. You're gonna love it.
I mean, the seat should be touching you regardless, but wanted to touch me in different ways.
Well, it does.
Okay.
So, it's kind of a thing, but it's still not widespread, you know?
Yeah.
All things start out small, and then as, like, it kind of gets cheaper to make it, it goes out more and more, you know?
But movies have been relatively the same for, like, since they've been on the silver screen, you know?
Yeah.
You don't go to a movie and experience something that's, like, fucking floors your ass that didn't happen 50 years ago.
Avatar did.
Okay. Did they have smell-o-vision? Did the seats touch you in weird ways?
No, the movie touched me in weird ways.
Okay. With its little hair tail or whatever the fuck those things do.
Oh, but you know about those.
That's the only thing I know about that movie. They're blue and they have weird sex tails.
That's really good. That one was more like... Well, see, I think that's what we're trying to do now. Well, you know what? We can get into that with the topic coming up later.
Okay.
But, I think some movies are trying to just fine-tune a particular thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Avatar was... It was the first to kind of make CG work on this bigger, grander scale for, like, a live-action thing.
Right, because the
now,
entire
like,
movie is CG, right?
For the most part. Like, when they're in the blue people spots, you know?
Okay.
But, like, that took what Roger Rabbit was, you know, like, cartoon interacting with real people, and making it look almost truly real, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I bet we could watch it now and go, yeah, I can kind of see how these guys look fake.
Yeah.
But at the time, they looked so real, you know? Well, okay, now they're doing the whole de-aging thing.
What?
So, Disney's really pushing this, like, de-aging thing. Like, they take an actor and make them literally look like they did 20, 30 years ago.
What?
Right?
Is that what they did for, Star Wars?
Yes.
I didn't like
well,
that.
Okay. So, in Rogue One, they actually just recreated Tarkin's face.
Yeah.
And that people didn't like. Like,
it was so weird.
Not in those. In Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Kurt Russell's in it, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, Kurt Russell is however old he is right now, right?
Ancient and a half.
At the beginning of the movie, which takes place in the 80s, it looks like Kurt Russell from 1980 when he was, like, escaped from L.A. and shit.
Yeah.
But it looks exactly like him. So and I was like, how on earth is that possible?
It's a digital effect, not a physical effect?
So the body is real, and the face is fake.
That's
right?
Really creepy.
And so it's growing in popularity, because Will Smith is making a movie called The Gemini Man, and it's going to be released this month or next month, and it's him fighting against a young him.
Ooh, like Looper.
Yeah, and it looks like him, like now, and it looks like Fresh Prince.
That's kind of awesome.
But, like, they are de-aging people, and that seems to be, like the big thing right now.
I feel like that's teetering on the uncanny valley, just, like, peeking over the edge.
Like, when you fully just, like, create someone's face like that, it looks weird. But this de-aging thing, like, I need to send you a clip from Guardians 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, like, look at it.
And you're gonna be like, that's Kurt Russell. They filmed that 30 years ago.
I definitely saw Guardians 2, but I don't remember the scene in detail, so yeah, maybe rewatching it, I'm gonna have to.
But so, I can totally see what you're saying. Like, where's the advancement?
Yeah.
But, like, games are almost in that space, too. We're kind of reaching a plateau with everything.
I don't know, because video games have branched off into VR, and movies haven't taken that leap yet, right?
I couldn't imagine a VR movie.
It would be upsetting, I'm sure.
That would be intense.
It's like filming it in 360, like if there's like the dream that Gene had, where you just like look around and the killer's behind you.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah, it would. So I think games have made more advancements in that way than movies have.
But, like, what are we really doing now, you know? Like, I think now it's more just how much better can we make it look?
Yeah.
That seems to be the thing now.
How much texture can we pack into each little square centimeter?
One day someone will have a random idea and it'll change everything, you know?
Yeah. You know, thinking about the advancements in CGI, the Toy Story animals,
mm-hmm.
like when they showed the picture of like the Toy Story 4 cat,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that looks like a real cat. And then I didn't even
Yeah.
fucking remember what Toy Story 1's dog looked like. I looked back on it.
And you were
Holy
like,
shit,
"Ew."
it was so scary. Its eyes are like 2D pieces of paper stuck
It's
to the
like
front of
it's
its
like
head.
melting. Ugh.
Oh, and I remember when I was a kid, I was like, that dog looks so real, it's so animated.
I know,
No,
right?
it's so scary.
I saw a Chive post one day, and they were just like they were showing the level of detail that Toy Story 4 had,
Uh-huh.
and like 500 times zooming into the clothes and stuff, and you can see
They
each
get
fiber.
ridiculous. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Incredibles 2 had that also, when they like zoom the fuck in on like the little spandex suits, and you can see the tiny fibers, and it's like, we
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
ask for this level of detail. We just wanted
But
a
I
second
love it.
movie.
But I love it.
Yeah, it is good.
I saw a meme that was like, when you're watching Toy Story 4, you can't blink, you'll miss 500 hours of rendering.
Ain't that the truth?
So, I had the driest eyes when that movie was done, until I cried at the end.
That's why they make you cry at the end, to like...
Exactly, to loosen up
Rehydrate.
from all that stuff. There's only one other thing that I've been doing lately.
What you been doing lately?
So, I've been replaying a game series, which I don't know if you ever played.
Alright.
Did you ever play Gears of War?
No.
I forgot how good those are.
I thought you were going to say you forgot how to play it. I was like, well, okay.
Oh no, it came back like muscle memory hard. I was just like, oh boom, I got this again. It was just like instantly back into it.
Nice.
So the 5th one comes out next month.
Really?
And I got so I have the Game Pass thing. And I was like, I should play them all before then. Like, I don't really remember them too much, right?
That's so much video game to cram in.
Dude, I beat part 1 in a day. Just cranked it out. And was like, this is so good! And then 2 is so good! It's one of the best games ever. I forgot how good that game was. I've cried, I've laughed.
You've learned, you've loved.
I sure have. All on that game. Ferdin loves that game too. But yeah, I've been like way deep into Gears lately.
Deep into gears.
So good! Oh, it's so good!
Don't get stuck in the gears.
Did you ever do the messenger? Did you find out if you do have the ultimate thing?
I did not find out.
You need to find out.
I know, I got distracted by another game.
Is it the State of Decay?
No, I
good.
haven't. You know what? I bought the expansion for State of Decay 2, and I have not yet played it. I don't know why I bought it. It's so... It combines all the hardest elements of the game, and I'm like, yeah, it's going to be totally my scene, and nobody wants to fucking play this game with me in the first place, so it's just me by myself, like, clicking on shit. But, yeah, I have not played that yet. I have been obsessed currently with the game called Nightcall. Have you heard of that?
No.
I believe it's on Xbox Ultimate, but it's on PC only.
Okay.
So, you play as a taxi cab driver, and it's like a noir style, like everything's black and white, and
I think I saw that on there.
it's very cool. It's very stylized. So
Okay.
you're a taxi cab at night in Paris, and there's a serial killer on the loose who attacks you,
Oh,
and you're the only surviving witness who knows who the serial killer is, but you can't remember who he is because you had to be put into a coma.
my
So
God.
you have to go around and like do your taxi shift and pick up your passengers, and you know that one of your passengers is the killer, but you have to figure out who it is. It's
Dude, I'm into that.
riveting. Oh my god, the
I'm
storylines are so
into
good.
That. That sounds like Return of the Obra Dinn, kind of like piecing
It's-
the shit together.
Yeah, it's very cool. And like you have to balance stuff like I heard this fact from the cops, but people on the streets are saying a different thing, so I don't know who to believe, and you just have to kind of like put the puzzle
Interesting.
together. It's a lot of like pinning stuff on a board and getting some string and tying it all together.
Okay.
It's very cool.
I'm gonna have to look at that.
I recommend it.
I'll definitely check that out. I've been all about this Game Pass stuff because I mean they're all free, so I'm like I'm gonna play them all.
I know, it's free. Get it.
Yeah. So, I was approached by somebody at work today,
Uh-huh.
and it was Amy. If you remember, we just read her email the other day.
Yes, the lady who thought that Black Klansman was going to be a hilarious comedy.
Yes. So, I go, oh yeah, I read your email, blah blah blah. And then she just like looks at everybody that's standing around her and goes, he has a podcast and I was mentioned. And
Thank
so
you, Amy.
everybody just looks at me like, well, what is it? And I'm like, dude, my potty mouth is on that podcast.
I know, it's the worst, isn't it?
Like,
Being
it's
outed
like,
at work.
I mean, okay.
I have been walking this thin line of like, I want people to listen to our show, but also I don't want people I know to listen to our show because then they're going to hear me talk about all the stuff I like to talk about. I don't know.
Oh, I want everyone to listen, but I just don't want to be like, you set a bad example for our company.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Like, my boss listens to this now because I got outed on a conference call. Hi, Tracy.
Oh, perfect. So, if I message you and say, I'd like to become a full-time podcaster, you'll know why.
Okay.
Because I have nowhere else to go.
They fired you for saying fuck too many times on your podcast.
Exactly. So, we had read her email, and I felt bad because the other morning when our last show, 2 shows ago, had dropped, I was up at 3 in the morning, of course.
Because, no, why not?
Yeah, and I see Ferdin, and he's just talking and talking about the show. So I'm talking back to him, and then he goes, you guys never read my email. I hate you.
Where?
I hate you.
Where?
So, he wrote us another email, and it's fucking awesome, and that's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
The whole show, because so good.
Oh, so good. Okay.
Oh, man.
So, Ferdin writes, look at this video. This is all caps, by the way, so imagine him yelling, look at this video and tell me your thoughts. This killed me when I saw it. So.
Alright, so we're going to watch this thing?
So he's included a link to a video, but he didn't check his sources because it's been removed from YouTube for copyright reasons.
Yeah, way to be.
Way to be.
Click it. It's literally a day old from when he sent it, and it's already deleted. But yeah. I think we found the same thing.
Yeah, I think so.
So, do we want to read more of the email, because he kind of goes over it, or do we want to go ahead and watch it?
I kind of want to watch it, just because I need to know what it is.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay.
So, it is called Full House of Mustaches. Cool.
And I'm excited.
You ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. Right now.
Oh.
Ew! Uncle Jesse's face just staring into his soul like that.
Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, so we're looking at the intro of Full House. And so happy. Oh my god.
I've never seen Nick Offerman look so happy. Ew. Ew.
So Nick Offerman has taken his face and put it on every single character. I wanted him to be inside the dog. Oh no!
That reminds me of those. So it's his face over like the little kid. Oh, not Lori Loughlin, no. Oh
okay.
Man.
So he's just replaced every single character in Full House with his face, and it's fantastic.
So have you seen those like? I think they were Vines, and it's like of a dad face swapping with his kid, but he has like a mustache and he's bald, and he's like, "Yo, Dad, give me that.
Yes.
I want to taste that." It reminds me of that so hard.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
So Ferdin writes, I'm all sweaty now. Ugh, okay. Hi, Kelsey and Robert. Once again, I'm just up at 2:30 listening to your podcast the minute it comes out, and I wanted to see what you thought of the above video of Nick Offerman deepfaked into the Full House opening. It made me sweaty is what I thought of it.
Okay. So, if you haven't heard of this deepfake stuff...
Yeah, this is like one of those things where I've never heard of it until a week ago, and now I'm hearing it over and over and over.
So, the first time I saw it, it was Bill Hader talking to one of the late night show hosts, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was saying how much he sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And the whole time, I was like, man, he really looks like him, too. But it turns out that it was a deep fake, right?
Yeah.
And so these deep fake things take a face and put it over another person, and they look so convincing.
Yeah. I recall Jordan Peele doing one of Obama, where he, like, made him say a bunch of crazy shit, and it looked and sounded just like him, because it was Obama's face, but they just, like, took the mouth.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they can make anybody say anything, which is a little bit terrifying if you think about it. There's a lot of ramifications.
Which, actually, I have another thing to talk about the deepfake, but it comes up in his email, so...
Okay. All right, so where did I leave off? Nick Offerman deepfaked into the Full House opening, but also, I have been thinking of popularity of reboots / 90s nostalgia. Are you on board or like super against? Personally, I kind of feel like it's getting to be a bit overkill with quote-unquote unoriginal content, but at the same time, I eat that shit up. You have things like the Disney live-action stuff, modernized remakes like A Star is Born and It, gender-bend AU stuff like Ghostbusters, and continuations like Fuller House, which is almost over. It was pretty cool to see how times change. What do you think of this stuff? How does it feel for things you grew up with making a comeback? And what do you think or hope from this time will make a comeback in 20 years?
Okay.
This is an insane email, and I'm so happy about it.
So I'm ready to go into this.
This is a really good email. It's like so chock full of content.
So exactly like Ferdin, it's so overkill how they're basically just grabbing any property that was halfway popular and bringing it back.
I know.
But I fucking want every single one.
I know. Like,
I want all of it.
So the other day, just yesterday, I watched the Rocko's Modern Life reboot on Netflix. Have you seen that?
Did you watch it?
I watched it.
Was it good?
It was pretty good.
Well, still.
Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Okay, so, I mean, it keeps in the same humor vein that it had in the 90s.
Yeah.
But it tries to translate it over into today.
But, like, does that seem tame now? Where,
I
like...
don't know. See, I don't know how to feel about it, because a lot of it, too, it was extremely meta. So, the whole plot line of the series, or the show, because it's just, like, a 45-minute special.
Yeah.
And, so, the plot line is that Rocko has been, like, orbiting Earth or whatever for 20 years, and then he comes back home and is upset that everything is different now. They're like, we're not in the 90s anymore.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I know one thing that can make me feel better. What if I bring back a TV show that I used to love? And so remember how he used to watch The Fatheads?
Yeah.
So he wants to bring back The Fatheads, or he just wants to watch it. He just wants to watch The Fatheads because he's like, that's going to bring me peace, and it's no longer on air. They're not making it anymore, so he has to, like, go hunt down the creator of The Fatheads, and it's a whole thing. It's just very on the nose.
Okay.
So it was entertaining, but at the same time, it just felt like someone was like, the whole time, like, elbowing you in the side, like, see?
Because... So that one came out. The Invader Zim sequel thing comes out, like... right after that.
I was so excited for that. I have not seen anything about it because I don't want to be like... I want to go into it with zero expectations.
Like, I was not a huge Invader Zim person.
I was all about it.
But I really want to know what they're going to do.
I have so much love in my heart for Invader Zim. You have no idea. It's one of those shows that just, like, I could watch it day in and day out, and it would be funny every single time to me.
Well, so supposedly the whole premise is... The whole show was, like, plan A to conquer Earth, and now it's time for plan B.
Okay.
Like, that didn't work. Like, all that shit didn't work. Now it's time for my backup plan that I've had the whole time.
Okay. Are they doing a full series, or is it going to be, like, one special?
It is just like the Rocko one.
Okay.
Like, it's just this one time, on Netflix only, just watch this and be done.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, though. I'm gonna throw up.
So, see... That's why I was asking about the Rocko thing, because, like, that was in the 90s. It was a kid's show, and he worked for a sex phone company.
Yeah, there was so much, like, ridiculously adult humor in Rocko's Modern Life.
If that was in it now, would we just be like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They had one joke. I mean? There's, like, one joke in the Rocko special that... was overtly sexual, and I was like, did they cross a line there? But
I mean, dude, if you've ever watched Animaniacs, they crossed the sexual line too many times.
I love it though. I wish they would remake Animaniacs.
They are.
What?
That's been known for about a year or two.
Where have I been in this decision-making progress? No one has told me.
I think it's coming to Hulu.
All right.
Is the one that it's coming to.
I'm ready. Do they have all the original people?
I think so. Yeah. Because, see, Rocko had all the original people.
Yes, they did.
Literally everybody.
They took forever to make it. I kind of wonder if they hand-drew it, because it looked hand-drawn.
Really?
Yeah, the whole style. It was beautiful. The whole style remained the exact same from the 90s. Like, every single thing was perfect.
Well, see, Invaders Zim, it's all the original people.
Oh, God.
Like, everybody. Like, Dib, Gaz, everybody.
Oh.
Everybody's here.
In middle school, I used to, like, call Daz on the phone whenever Invaders Zim was airing, and we would just, like, watch it together over the phone.
Nerds.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So, she's actually the one that made me watch that, because she had, like, all of it on DVD or something.
Yeah.
Because I'd only ever caught it, like, piece by piece, because that's when I kind of didn't have cable anymore. So I never really watched it, and I would watch, like, a couple here and there, and then be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is this room with a moose? I feel like sorry, but the 90s was the greatest time to ever live on this planet. 90s was great.
Yeah.
It was so cool. So much awesome shit was in the 90s.
Yeah.
We were, like, just past the... We had so many things, like Ren and Stimpy having, like, way too... Stuff that was way too far for kids to watch, and it was marketed for kids.
I know. And
we had tons of that shit.
In Ren and Stimpy that, like, I remember as a child just scarred me. Like, I'm not okay about Egg Yokio. I'm not.
They have to build you up for life, man.
I guess.
Dude, Egg Yokio is the worst.
I
Makes me
still
so sad.
cry when I eat an egg. Like,
Egg Yokio!
Egg Yokio! I can't.
Oh, crap. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Oh, so much stuff. But so, like, we had that stuff. Ooh! I was going to tell you about this.
Okay.
This falls in line so perfect. Thank you, Ferdin. This gives me a reason to bring this up.
Yes.
Friends is turning 25 years old.
Oh, what?
Right?
God.
So... This is going to be out in plenty of time for everybody to get involved if they want. For their 25th anniversary, there's a 3-night movie theater event where they are going to play the best of episodes in the theater.
Oh, cool.
And I'm fucking going to go.
That's awesome.
So they have it listed, like, these are the 5 shows for night 1, the shows for night 2, and night 3. They're like a week apart, kind of.
Okay.
So it's like a 3-week... Well, it's like 1 week, but it's like this Sunday, then this Saturday, and then the next week's Wednesday. It's a weird timetable.
Weird. Okay.
But they're playing some of the best ones, and
Which
ones? I was telling Taylor, and I was like, thank God they're not playing the one where they like break up because they were on a break and stuff, right?
Oh God, yeah. That
And
is
they
one of the best.
Oh, I don't want to watch that in a theater with people.
But that's one of the best ones.
But I will cry so hard.
Man, they're really like going
Like,
for it.
Dude, when she says it's time for you to go, and then he's like forever, and then he's like, but I can't live without these arms and this heart and all that shit. I'm gonna die, dude. I can't watch that with real people. That's bullshit.
They should play like one night, just have all the Thanksgiving episodes, because those are the best ones.
Oh my God.
When Rachel makes that like trifle with the ground beef in it, that's maybe my favorite Friends moment.
So, it is going to be on 3 nights, September 23rd, September 28th, and then October 2nd.
And that's just like across the nation they're doing these?
In more than 1,000 theaters across the country.
Damn.
Okay? So, night 1, you get the pilot. Awesome. Right?
Right.
You get the one with the blackout.
Okay.
Where all the lights go out and then the cat jumps on Ross in the background.
Yes.
The one with the birth. So I'm guessing where he has his kid, Ben.
Okay.
Right? The one where Ross finds out. And that's the one where Rachel calls him. And he hears the message that, like, she's over him and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you're over me? When were you under me? So that's all night 1. So that's 4 shows.
They're like really pulling out the deep cuts there.
Night 2, you get the one with the prom video, and if the whole
That one
theater
is so
doesn't
sad.
say, if the whole theater does not collectively go, she's his lobster, I'll be pissed. I love Friends, man. That was like my show.
Yeah, Friends is really good. I think that as far as like TV shows about 20-somethings, like in friend groups,
yeah,
that one I identify with the most.
Okay. I'm not going to read them all. You guys can look this up. I'll link it, right?
Yeah.
But this one Alright, so you know how people go to Rocky Horror Picture Show
Yes.
and they, like, act it out as it's going on?
Uh-huh.
This next one, if that doesn't happen, I will riot. The next one is the one where no one's ready. And that's the one where Joey comes in, "Hi, I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes?"
Oh, that's a good one.
Better not do any, I don't know, lunges. And that whole theater better be lunging in unison.
Please.
Like, so yeah, Friends is turning 25. I think they've been asked to do, like, a one-off, like, get-together. I'd
Like
be down
the
for
actual
that, too.
actors?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I would watch that.
So, taking stuff from the 90s, I think it's cool because they do that stuff all the time. Everything old winds up coming back.
It's true. Right? Everything, like, it just takes, like, 20 years for shit to come back around because that's when you start getting nostalgic. When you hit 30, you're like, man, I wish I was 10 again.
Dude, went to my grandma's 80th birthday thing, right?
Yeah.
My cousin, who's starting, like, high school or middle school, something, right?
Yeah.
He walked up in there, and he had a haircut my brother had when he was, like, 5.
Oh, no. Was it, like, a bowl cut?
Kind of. And I go, dude, I have pictures of my brother, like, 8 years old in that haircut. What's wrong with you? But, like, it's come back around, you know?
Everything comes
this
back
weird
around.
Shit.
I'm gonna be real sad when skinny jeans go out of style, though.
So, I think it's cool as long as you can do something good with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't just give me the exact same show, because now it doesn't mean the same.
Right. I haven't watched any of the shit that he's put in our email here. Like, the Disney live-action stuff, of course, I've seen a few of those.
Yeah. So
I don't know how I feel about it, because I know that they're fun movies to watch, and I've enjoyed them so far. But at the same time, Disney is just, like, raking in profits on making nothing original.
We've discussed it in previous ones, how, like, Cinderella and even The Lion King, were, like, the same movie.
Yeah.
Right? And see, that's an area where I'm saying, do something different with it.
I know. Like, I don't want to just, like...
Oh, wait, sorry. Not Cinderella. Beauty and the Beast. Cinderella was different, and that one's the bomb. Okay. No, the Cinderella one was good, because it was different.
Which Cinderella one? Like, back in the 90s?
No.
Oh,
They did one in, like, 2000-something, and that's what started this whole, like, live-action trend.
Really? Cinderella?
It's the girl who's in the new Mamma Mia.
Oh, right.
Yes, 2015.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that movie, I mean, Cinderella's okay, but Taylor wanted to see it. She swore to me that it was so good, so I watched it with her. It ended, and she looked at me all like, "You didn't like it, did you?" I looked at her. It was awesome! I loved it. Like, it was so good.
The definitive edition of Cinderella for me is the 1997.
Brandy?
Yes.
I knew it.
It was beautiful.
I knew it.
It's my
never
favorite.
Seen that one.
Oh, you've never seen it? I have watched it so many times. Love me some Whoopi.
So, so with the Disney ones, I like it because it's giving Disney the money right now to... So, like, they're about to do their Disney Plus thing, their streaming service thing, right?
I don't like it, because they're going to make another fucking streaming service that I'm not going to buy.
The Disney one I'm having, man.
They don't need any more money, Robert. The mouse is fat.
Guess what, dude?
What?
When they bought all that shit, they own Hulu now, so you don't have to pay for Hulu now. That money can go over here.
Well, they just...
And...
There's so much. It's just so much.
Yeah. Well... Quit being good at the shit they do. They do such good shit.
I hate how, like, Disney owns everything. It's obnoxious.
As long as they do good with it, I'm good.
Okay, the second they start, like, burning people alive or something, I don't know.
So, basically, what you're saying is, I thought Amazon was going to be the by and large
giant
that was going to kill us all.
Yeah.
But you're telling me it's the mouse that told us about by and large?
I believe that Disney will eventually one day own Amazon. That is what I believe.
Good. Get rid of it. Amazon makes me mad.
Me too.
They don't pay their people.
I know.
Sometimes. I don't know.
We're not going to get into that heavy shit on this show.
But anyway.
Okay.
So, the live action ones, I want you to be different, right?
Yes.
And we were talking about the deepfake. Have you seen the deepfake trailer for The Lion King, where they put, like...
Oh my god.
What they should have looked like animated?
I hate it. It's...
I love it!
It is so uncanny valley for me. Like, I clicked the play button and I threw my phone like a frisbee, into 3 rooms away.
It's because they're only going, look at what the faces could have been. They didn't, like, change the bodies and stuff.
No,
to match it.
I think if they had done, like, a CGI version of... I don't know. I'm gonna have nightmares about Simba's cartoon face plastered on a real lion's body.
Love it.
I just hate it.
The full movie wouldn't have looked that way. But give me that emotion still, which is what I thought was lacking from this live action.
Yeah.
But we were talking about ways movies are trying to, like, make things look better.
Just deep fake Nick Offerman's face onto every single line.
Simba! That sounds nothing like him, by the way.
Yeah, nothing like him at all. It was a good try.
So, I was cool with The Lion King because I took it as, okay, how realistic can we make a lion look? Like,
right.
I took it as, like, this was a tech demo of sorts.
Yeah.
Like, we really want to see how far we can push the reality of animation. Like, that's a step towards something better so that maybe, we get a good movie that looks that good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One day.
So, like, that's why I was like, yeah, we got more stuff to talk about because he brought up the Disney stuff.
Right.
Aladdin, I thought was different.
It was different, and it was good.
Yeah, they gave Jasmine kind of like a purpose.
Yes.
Like she had a want and a desire all of her own that was different.
Good song.
I love that song, dude.
So good.
And I just fucking loved that Genie, like, got to be an actual person outside that once that was done. And I thought that was a neat take.
It was. They changed it up, like, just enough to where it was no longer
give me a
unoriginal.
difference. Exactly. Like, give me something to latch onto besides the same movie that I've seen.
Yeah.
But
also, sorry, in this fucking email, so Ferdinand talks modernized remakes like A Star is Born.
Okay.
I had no idea that was a remake of a movie, and so I googled it.
I didn't either until I saw it.
There are 4 of them.
4?
This movie has been happening since, like, let me scroll all the way back up to the top of this fucking article. 1937.
Since there were scrolls?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Scrolls. The first A Star is Born was written in a scroll. Read aloud by the court jester, if you can believe it. No, so 1937, they did a fucking old-ass version, and she's wearing this little, like, pilgrim hat, and it's adorable as hell. I don't even...
Yeah.
And then Judy Garland in 54, she played the lead role in this movie.
Okay, see, that's the first one that I saw when I looked it up that time. I was like, Judy Garland, damn!
Yeah, and then Barbara Streisand. I didn't even know that she was in a movie like this. I don't know. It completely blew me away. I was like, that's not a remake. What is he talking about? And then I Googled it.
Hang on. I'm just picturing that old court version of it. They unroll the scroll. And then he saith, "We are in the shallows now. The shallows." That's just for you, Verdon. But see, I read the plot of the Barbara Streisand one.
Uh-huh.
It's nothing like this movie.
I know.
So see, they gave me a difference.
They are giving
me that twist.
Differences in each of these iterations. Like, it's the same title, and it's the same generic thing of, like...
It's the same premise.
Man and woman who can sing, but...
Yeah.
There's differences.
So now, then he said, modernized remake, like A Star is Born, and then It.
Yes.
Okay, so with It, though...
I love horror movie reboots.
Okay, so while it is a remake, right?
Mm-hmm.
And see, it's also from the 90s. It was a TV movie in the 90s.
Right, so
they could do nothing that the book entailed.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't be what the book really was. So people have been trying to make this, like, true version for a long time. Because I was part of a petition. This guy wanted the rights to it, like, a long time ago, like in the early 2000s.
Oh.
And then I read of a guy who was working on a script, and I've been following this, like, remake for so long, and it's gone through, like, 2 directors.
Damn.
All these different things, and finally it landed with the guy that did Mama, right? Mama. And, oh, don't do that. It freaked me out.
Sorry.
I'm in the dark in here, and then I just heard that behind me. Oh, Jinx, don't run at me like that. So yeah, like, this one guy, like, so the guy before the one who made it now, he was gonna go all in.
Okay.
Like, he was gonna do the part that no one will ever film, where all the little kids have an orgy together.
Oh.
Like, he was going full on the book.
Okay, nobody
right?
wants to see that, though.
Yeah, when you read it, it doesn't make a lot of sense to it.
Okay. Stephen King just, like, ripped a line of coke before he wrote that one.
I believe he did say that is what happened. He was like, I don't remember that part.
Okay.
But so, this It one, I've been waiting for it, because I'm waiting for the grisly real version of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, this one, I'm taking it more as, like, finally show me the stuff that I missed out on because they couldn't go full on in the original.
Right.
You know, it's almost like an exact remake per sorts, you know? But it's just able to give me the stuff that I couldn't have before, so I'm all down with that, you know?
Yeah. It's different when the source material has so much to offer that wasn't already iterated into film.
And then he says, so, gender bending stuff, like when they did the female Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I did not see... Don't be mad at me. I have not seen
I didn't see it.
Well, I haven't seen the original Ghostbusters.
What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
That's 2 times.
I know.
2 times today.
I'm making you mad today.
I didn't see the new Ghostbusters because it was women. I've seen the old Ghostbusters, but I don't...
Wait, you say you didn't see the new Ghostbusters because it was women?
No, I'm saying I didn't not see... Because I haven't seen it.
I thought you were like, I don't want women in the role.
I didn't go see it, and it's not because they were women. Okay. It's because I'm not that big into the Ghostbusters.
Okay. That's
like,
acceptable.
I actually really wanted to see it because it had Melissa McCarthy that I love, had Kristen Wiig that I love, you know? Uh-huh. But it was only in theaters for, like, a couple weeks because people were trashing on it so hard.
I know, people were shitting on it because it was all ladies.
Yeah, so really, my chance was kind of taken from me because they just like, nope, we're pulling it. Like, people are mad, you know? That like, sucks. I've probably seen the original Ghostbusters and Part 2 a total of 2 times a piece each, you know?
Really?
Like, I don't watch them. Yeah. I mean, Ghostbusters is good, but it's not, like, my fandom, you know? Uh-huh. Like, I know Stay Puft and all that stuff. Don't cross the streams, but I'm just not big in it. Right. You know? So I have no problem with that stuff, because if you're still offering the core of what makes the Ghostbusters, then what's it matter? You know? Like, that's like saying gender bending, say Spider-Man. Well, we have Spider-Gwen, and everyone fucking loves her.
Can I tell you a quick story? Just a sidebar about the Ghostbusters. No, what'd you do? My sweet niece, she, like, on Halloween, they were carving pumpkins, and they just had, like, a Halloween station on in the background, and the Ghostbusters theme song was on the radio. Okay. And so she's, like, singing along to it. She's, go, mustard!
Oh my god. Perfect. Go, mustard! Oh man, I love mustard. I would jam that song with her.
Oh, so funny.
That's hilarious. I love it.
I love it too.
Absolutely love it. Go, mustard!
But in a way of, like, spooky Halloween things, they rebooted... Fucking... What's the witch? Sabrina.
You mean, like, the Chilling Tales one?
Yeah, and I've yet to watch that, but you've enjoyed it, right?
So, I've seen some of it when Taylor was watching it, right? And I was like, yeah. I don't want to watch Sabrina. I saw the cartoon, too. Like, I didn't care. And then she was watching one, and they go, like, cannibalistic and eat people.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh, we going dark with this? Okay, I'll watch it.
It's like a really full-on, like, different reboot, right? Like, nothing at all from the source material.
So the TV show is based on the comic, right?
Uh-huh.
But the comic is what this show is. The comic was dark.
Oh.
And then they prettied it up for, like, primetime TV, because no one wants to watch that, right?
Right.
But now we live in a time where we have Netflix, where you don't have to market it to the 7 o'clock time slot where little Johnny's up and you don't want him to see it, you know?
Okay. This one's for little Johnny's parents.
Now, I can watch it whenever I want. Johnny, go to bed, you know?
Yeah. Fuck off, Johnny.
So-
it's mommy daddy time.
So, yeah, it's really good. It's real, real good.
Another 90s show that they are rebooting that I'm excited about. I don't know the status of this one, but Clarissa Explains It All.
Yeah, never watched that.
You never watched it? Oh, it was so good.
Don't know
It was
what
like
that is.
it was one of the first Nickelodeon shows that had a female lead, and I just like latched onto that as a young girl, you know. So
Yeah.
I was obsessed with this show. She had like a little pet alligator who's very, very small. It's very cute. But I don't know when they're coming back with that, and I don't know if it's going to be airing on TV or if it's going to be a Netflix thing. I just know that Melissa Joan Hart is coming back.
Ooh.
And it's like a time jump thing. I think it's going to be like Clarissa's family and her
Like,
motherhood
okay.
and stuff.
See, that's the stuff I like. I like where they kind of acknowledge that the old thing happened, but life has just gone on since then.
That's what Fuller House did, right? Like, it's a different thing with the same people.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know, that show was the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say it ended in 96, right? So it's been like the 20 years since that show ended, and they're all just 20 years older, and life continues from there. So DJ's just grown up, living her life as an adult now, you know?
Okay.
And I had never watched Full House, ever. Didn't know what that show was.
Yeah,
Like, if you would just, like, put it in a lineup, I couldn't pick it out.
I watched maybe 2 episodes.
Well, Taylor was watching Fuller House, and I was like, this show's not half bad. So then she started rewatching the old one, and it's pretty good. But I'm not really big into either one still.
It's not
But
your
I
scene.
do like, well, just because I didn't watch it, you know, like, I don't have that nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if,
But
like...
see, it was good, and it brought me into it, and now I kind of know what it is. So
Right.
I feel like these remakes can help bring you back to something
that's what I was
that
gonna...
you didn't know.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it. I wonder if, like, the reboots are grabbing a new audience and kind of revitalizing the old thing. Like, are people watching Fuller House and being like, ooh, maybe I'll watch Full House now?
I think so. Like, it kind of brings back all that stuff, like, hey, like, who is this Bob Saget guy?
Who is
You
that
know?
dude? And then
And
they
then it
uncover,
kinda
like, the
brings
treasure
back-
trove of America's Funniest Videos.
Yeah. Plus, I like it because let's say somebody was big for that show and never did anything again, you know?
Yeah.
Now they have something to do again. And it works for them because they're known for it.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Halloween movie?
No, you
Came
talked
out
about it
last
before,
year?
though, with Jamie Lee
Yeah.
Curtis. Yeah.
So, it was one that just time jumped. Well, not time jump, but it was like a real time. So, the original one was 1978. This one was 2008.
Uh-huh.
There was a 40-year gap between the movie and what happens in this movie.
That is so long.
Like, Jamie Lee Curtis is that same girl, but 40 years later.
Yeah.
And I think that's the coolest thing.
It's a good premise for a reboot. Like, it gives reason to it.
Yeah. So, this website that I go to all the time, they do polls for all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And they did one that said, should Jaws ever be remade?
I
And
feel
it was
like...
do you say yes? Do you say no? Yes, if it's a legacy, so that means part 1 happened, and now it's a real time lapse to today.
Son of Jaws.
You know? And so I was like, never redo the original. Leave that alone. If you ever touch it, forget the sequels in between and strictly bring it back to like today as the first one had happened.
Yeah.
You know? I'm into the legacy stuff. I think that's a neat way to do any type of sequel.
Yeah.
Because there's the people that were around for that original one that want to know that what they had seen back then still matters. You know? That'd be like if they did Star Wars today and said, oh yeah, Luke Skywalker didn't exist.
Well...
Like, you know, we just write that out. It's not even real.
yeah.
You know? But a fresh reboot can help sometimes. I'm trying to think of one that I've seen where it did.
I'm trying to think of a reboot that I hated. I'm coming up blank.
Yeah, no, I can't really think of one. Like, reboots are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because they brings back the thing that I liked.
I am for reboots.
You know? I'm for reboots, but make it count.
Yeah.
Don't just go, hey, here's that exact same thing. Like, I totally love bringing one thing into just a modern time. Same premise, but now today. Have you seen this Twitter account that's like Seinfeld?
Oh my
but
god.
If it was today?
Yes, that's my favorite Twitter account. Oh my god, because
some of those tweets are so hilarious.
They're so good. I was obsessed with Seinfeld. I'm still obsessed with fuck it, if I could say the name of the show. Cheinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Obsessed with Cheinfeld.
Dude, I never watched that show.
Oh my god, you have to watch it. It's good. It is like, it will resonate with you. Even today, it holds up
so much. I mean, I even reference that show sometimes, but I am not. I don't consider myself a fan of it.
You would be if you watched it. I swear.
I actually referenced it today. You ready?
What? How? Okay.
I was at work, and this one lady was asking someone, "Could you hand me some envelopes?" And so somebody handed them to him, and she goes, "No, I don't deal in those. Like, give me the peel and stick ones. I ain't gonna lick that shit." Right?
Smart
decision. And I go, "Yeah, me neither. You know why?" And she goes, "Why?" And I go, "Well, George Costanza was getting married and his wife died. Licking all the wedding invitations scarred me for life, and now I don't lick envelopes. True story." And she goes, "That's weird." But I don't do that. Everything I reference actually comes from George.
George is iconic. I identify with him a lot.
Like, I think about him moving that Frogger machine all the time.
Yes, oh man. Every time I see an arcade machine.
Like, anytime someone's trying to carry something big and they gotta maneuver it the right way, I'm just like, you gotta George Costanza, you gotta play the Frogger, man.
And you also gotta
Get
pivot.
Pivot!
Pivot!
Too bad that one won't be at the movie theater.
Ugh.
Pivot!
Okay. The last sentence of Ferdinand's email we have not addressed.
Okay.
So, what do you think or hope from this time will make a comeback in 20 years from now?
So, things from today. So, we've mainly been movies and TV shows.
Uh-huh.
You know? Because there are tons of games that I'd like to see reimagined later.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so God of War, that new game?
Yes.
It was essentially a legacy. The old trilogy I played existed, but this is a brand new thing. And it's a different gameplay style, everything. And it's one of the most perfect things I've ever experienced in my life. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, games I could easily come up with. But if there was a TV show from now that I'd want to see done again. See, I don't feel like you could do something like Game of Thrones, because that's like a period piece in and of itself, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, good comedy shows. The Good Place, I think. Oh, The Good Place. That would be really good to come back in 20 years.
Never watched it.
Oh, you've got to watch it.
Never watched it.
It's so funny.
I've heard so many good things about it.
It's one of the modern masterpieces of our time. Like, it is perfection. The Office. That's another one that could have easily a 20-year reunion. Come back and Dwight's still manager.
You know what? I'm waiting to come back because he has actually talked about coming back with it.
Wow.
King of the Hill.
Oh, I would love if that came back. Oh, that's a good...
He has talked so many times, like, it's not out of the cards for me. It's just, whenever somebody's ready, I'm ready.
I want to know what Hank thinks about Twitter. Somebody tell me.
I know. Like, we had all these shows at a time when the internet really wasn't that big.
Yeah.
You know? And then all these shows dropped. And now there's, like, a whole different lifestyle of today.
Louis becomes an influencer, and then Hank is like, "What are you doing, boy? Taking pictures in your panties." That wasn't
an e-girl? What the heck's an e-girl?
You want to buy a what, Bobby?
And then all these hipsters, and they're not wanting to use propane. Oh, man. Like, it would be so good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Simpsons is one of the only things that has crossed to all those different times.
I know. I was going to say, like, I want to see The Simpsons make a comeback, but it's still going to fucking be on in 20 years.
I know. And it's still commenting on all that shit. And it's so great. Like,
it is extremely modern.
I hear tons of people get mad because, like, well,
Effortless.
they should be grown up.
No.
But the show is not really a story.
Yeah.
It's a comment on life through these people.
Right, like South Park. Those kids never age.
Yeah.
Kenny comes back every fucking time he dies. Deal with it.
You know, they actually explain that.
Really?
Yeah, he's like cursed to never die. It's really, really sad because all he wants is to die.
Well, that's just sad.
I'm trying to think of a show that I watch because I don't really watch anything that is like off.
Oh, you know what I want to see that is actually not a cartoon, but I want to see the kids that go on like MasterChef Junior or like Kids Baking Championship. I want to see them in 20 years, just like a look back show. Be like, where are they now? Like they own their own bakery.
Like, my business has ruined my family.
Okay, show us the happy ones.
See, that would be cool.
Yeah,
I would get down on that. I'm trying to think of a character that like I just super love and would like to see how they interact with something later.
Modern technologies.
Well, I mean, this isn't really the same thing, but there's an old Flash cartoon that I used to watch when like the internet was super young. No, I mean I did.
Yeah,
but the guy that's creating it is starting to make them again, but like today.
Okay.
And I can't wait to watch them.
What is it?
It's called Radiskull.
Oh my god, that's the same dude, isn't it?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Different guy, but he's... So, like, I randomly will look up Radiskull all the time.
Just for funsies.
Yeah, and so I just happened to look it up, and he's, like, working on scripts, and he's working on the show, and getting his, like, animation stuff back, and he's gonna start making Radiskull.
Alright.
And I was like, this is great! But will it be as good, you know?
I hope so.
Because it was, like... that like rock rap that was big in like the early 2000s, you know?
Yeah.
So will that resonate today? I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Like all the stuff that I can see of, I don't really have any movies or stuff like that. All right, so like okay, A Star Is Born, right?
Uh-huh. You want to see that in 20 years?
Well, what's like a timeless story that you could just see redone again and again?
That's so broad.
I'm trying to think of one. I know. Verdon, you write hard questions.
Come on, Burton. Love us a softball.
Like, man, he's just like fast pitch. Bam!
I didn't come into this game ready.
I knew I should have read this earlier today and practiced.
Had time to ruminate.
Oh man, so you know what? We're gonna have to post some just like on and off stuff online.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I thought of one. You know?
We'll return to this topic in 20 years.
When we're old and gray. I don't think we'll be gray yet.
Nah, my family doesn't go gray.
Mine goes gray, but not till way later, and we don't lose our hair, so that's good.
Yeah, I have like one gray hair.
I have no gray hairs. Boom!
You get one when
You're
you get
stressing
married.
too much. You're stressing too much.
Yeah. It's the 3 cats. Never get 3 cats.
So, long and short, the 90s were the best. Bring back all of it. You know what I want to come back? Street
Open-end
sharks.
mortgages.
No, street sharks.
Street sharks.
Street sharks. You don't remember street sharks?
I don't remember street sharks.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
were those the skateboarding sharks?
No, they actually dove into the concrete and their fin just like tore through the streets whenever they swam by.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna post something for it. Just yeah.
Okay.
But I got it. I got the thing that I want to come back right now, but it's not from today.
Alright, what is it?
I think because the 90s were big on what? Environmentalism. And you know what I want today? You know what I want today? Because he's my hero. I want Captain Planet back.
Oh, that would be so good, actually. I would love Captain Planet to come back.
It would be great today.
I want a live action. Who would you cast?
Don Cheadle.
Oh! I was going to say Donald Glover.
Because you've seen that thing, right? The Don Cheadle as Captain Planet thing?
Oh, yeah!
Where he turns everyone into trees? But, like, picture it. You got Captain Planet, he lands somewhere and smacks a cup out of someone's hand, just psh, save the turtles. And he flies away.
Leaves a metal straw in their hand.
I mean, we just had, what? Lil Dicky did that song, Earth.
Yeah.
about how the Earth is gonna die soon and stuff, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, he's trying to bring back a whole thing. Like, if we got Captain Planet back and got kids back into that stuff, they would grow up and actually try to help.
I know. See, the Rocko's Modern Life thing, the one thing that they didn't bring back fully, like, they had a little bit of it. The Recycle song, do you remember that?
Yeah.
R-E-C-Y-C-L-E, Recycle. That's my favorite. That's my jam. I want that back full time.
Like, see, when we were kids, 90s cartoons taught you shit.
Yeah. They had meaning. Messages.
So my favorite was Mighty Max. And at the end of every show, he'd go, in this episode, we went to this country. Did you know that they have this tradition there? And he would just give you a fact.
That's awesome.
Like, no matter what, you learn something.
I'm sure that kids have that today.
I don't think they do.
Really? I think
kid shows today are stupid.
Okay, maybe you're watching the wrong ones.
Probably so. You know what? That's another topic. We'll get into bomb-ass shows some other day.
Alright, let's try this one off.
Let's recycle this one.
Dunk it.
Please tell your friends about us. Help us grow this lovely audience. Don't forget to subscribe to us on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. Because we release weekly on every single Monday. We never miss it. Ever.
Never.
Just sit there and wait for it. If it doesn't show up, just keep holding your breath. It'll be there.
It'll be there.
You won't die, I promise. If you have a second, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. That helps so much because Apple Podcasts is like the gold standard for podcasts. Those reviews are the ones that matter.
Those are the ones that, I don't know, Podcast God looks at and figures out if you can...
Those are the ones that pay the bills.
Okay, you can find us and friend us on social media. We are at YMBToAP on Twitter and Instagram. It stands for You Must Be Thinking of Another Podcast. Be sure to like and follow our Facebook page. There's a lot of good stuff happening over there, run by our lovely Taylor. You can email us at ymbtoap@gmail.com. We want your listener mail. This was a really good episode based on a really good listener mail.
Yeah, like...
You could be a star. We could read your mail.
See, he told us, here's a topic, go deep.
Go deep.
I believe I said that. Give us something and say, I want the full shebang on it.
Yeah. And additionally...
And this one even kind of got us.
It did. It stumped us.
Yeah.
I want to add to this. If you want to come on this show, if you have a topic that you want to discuss, tell us about it. Send us an email. We want to have some more guest hosts. Taylor was a really good guest host on our Disney episode. We want to have more people like that.
So we've actually discussed another guest for a particular topic.
It'll be a secret. Coming soon.
I asked her. She was delighted to be on the show, but she said that she would like notes. She kind of freezes in like an improv situation.
Yeah, we will accommodate you.
If you want to be on our show, yeah, we'll work with you. If you want to just like wing it, I mean, that's how we live our lives. So
we gotta tell you, this is not a live recording. You're listening to a recorded thing. If you mess up, we mess up too, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just good at cutting it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Faraj. Please check him out on YouTube. And as always, thanks for listening, and tune in next time to get the answer to that burning question. Why were the 90s so awesome?
All that economy.
But we had one more important sound we wanted you to hear.
Hey, Tim.
Tim.
You didn't like your shout out? Hey,
Tim, you didn't like it?
Tim. Dude,
Tim.
Here I am.
Tim.
Here's
Here
your
we
name.
are. Here we are. Tim.
Hey,
Tim.
Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Timothy.
Tim, fuck you.
What is up, Tim? Wow, dude.